Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's episode, I'll be discussing on how to answer US interview study questions. Just in case you're planning to study in the US, you can't escape this. You have to go through the interview process. Now, before I go into the interview process proper, I will need to explain some of the things you need to understand first. Number one, it's an interview, and first impression would always matter. So it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, first impression would matter. If you are the most intelligent person in the world and you go to that interview unprepared, there's a very high chance that you might even not pass it. So it makes sense for you to be well prepared. Number two, it makes sense to understand how they think. That way you'll be able to answer the questions right. Number three, your confidence has to be on point. So it's about how you talk, what you say, and how you say it right. So it makes sense for you to be able to say whatever you're saying in a way that makes more sense and in a way that it's acceptable to them. It makes them to understand what they are looking at and be able to respond to the best of your knowledge. And another thing you have to understand is about your confidence level. So whatever you do, your confidence matters a lot. How you're able to say the questions also matters. So how you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you interact matters a lot. So that's why you have to dress for the occasion, but dress in the way that makes you confident. You have to speak in a way that makes you look confident. You have to also speak intelligently. So don't just throw words anyhow. Answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. You also have to understand the fact that some of those questions are like 3 in 1. So it makes sense not to just give a direct one answer questions, because sometimes they might ask you, so who is sponsoring this trip? Don't just go like my dad or I'm the one. So give details about what you have done to be able to make you be able to afford that particular expenses, or what your sponsor is currently doing, or what your sponsor does for a living, who they are, the number of if possible, give details about what they do for a living. If they have a lot of companies, mention the name of their companies, mention what they do for a living, give a detail about how much they make yearly and the number of staff that works for them. It makes sense. That way, it will give the interviewer all the necessary information for him to be able to make a decision, and a good decision for that matter. So these are some of the questions that will always come up. Number one, what has changed between now and your last application? So if you have been denied before, that question will definitely come up. So explain what has changed. So for example, if you have gotten a new school, new funding, give details about what has changed between now and the last time. Another question we'll also get is, why are you studying this course? So basically what they are trying to know is, what is your reason? Give them, it shouldn't be about, I just want to go to school. Give them a solid reason why you are studying that particular course. I'm studying this course to be able to, build my capacity in the area of digital marketing or architectural design. Give details on why you are going for that particular course. Number three, you could also get other questions like, how did you come about this school or this course? Just want to know what you did, if you have done your research, or if that school is the only one that offers that particular course. So give details on why you chose that particular school and not any other school, or why you chose that particular course over every other course. So it always makes sense for you to give details. Don't hold back details. Give as much information as you can, because there's a law in the United States that states that anyone coming to the United States Embassy to apply for a visa as an immigrant intent, which means you want to jackpot. And you have to be able to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are not staying in their country. So that is why it's always good to give details about your activities. There are basic things you need to understand when it comes to US applications generally. Number one, they want to know if you'll be coming back to your country. Number two, they also want to know if you have home ties that bring you back to your country. So home ties could be your job, home ties could be your business, home ties could be your family, home ties could be different things that you've done or that you are doing or that you are in. It could be an association or something like that will always ensure you come back to your home country. So for example, in some countries or in some states in Nigeria, if you're a prince, you can't live outside your country forever. You have to always come back home. So that is home ties, right? So give them details to prove that you'll be coming back to your home country. You can also get, how many schools did you apply to? They just want to know if you did a lot of research. But it won't make sense for you to say you applied to 20 or 10 schools, because that will mean you're just doing trial and error. But if you say you have applied to 3 or 5 schools, or even one school, it could be based on the fact that I've done my research and realized that this school is the best for me. That's why I applied to that school only. Or you applied to 3 different schools and you got admission from the 3, or you got admission from 2, and you're able to choose the best one that would that makes sense or that aligns with your goals or your vision. It makes sense to go that route. And in the case whereby you have switched courses, maybe you study electrical engineering and you're trying to move to mechanical engineering, you have to be able to give details on why maybe within the last few years, you have been working in that particular new field and you want to develop yourself further in that field to be able to, meet your long-term or your short-term goals and to be able to build a career in that particular field. That's why you're going to study abroad. You could also get the questions of why the United States. Now, it makes sense for you to be able to give details. They want to see tangible reasons why you're applying to the United States. It could be the fact that in my field, I realized that out of the 100% people that work within that field, majority of people that studied abroad, especially in the United States, are the ones in the top category, which means for them to be the one occupying that top position over and over, it shows that they're getting good quality education, and that's why I'm going to that particular school, or that's why I'm going to United States to study. Another thing you could also get is what would you plan after study? So it's on no condition should you state that you'll be staying back in their country. You have to always state that you'll be coming back to your own country, and you have to give reasons why you'll be coming back. It could be the fact that to come back to take a better position in your country, or to build your own business, or to manage your family business. Always give a tangible reason why you're coming back to your own country. And another question you would always get is who is funding your trip? In the case where you are the one funding, give them what you have done in the past that gives you enough money to be able to sponsor that trip. And in the case whereby somebody is sponsoring you, give them details about who is sponsoring and the reason why they are sponsoring you. My dad is one sponsoring me, is the founder of so company with branches in all the 36 states in Nigeria, or with multiple branches in Lagos State. They are into this. Give details about what they do, how much your father makes in a year, and the number of staffs that work for your father or your sponsor. And if you are married, you always get questions like, are you married? Do you have children? So give them details about your family and why they are going with you or why they might not be going with you. So give details. And in the case where you're not married, give them reasons why you're currently not married, that you're in a serious relationship. You want to go there, get the occasion to come back to get married. Or in the case where you don't have children, if you currently don't have children, give them reasons why you don't have children. You want to go and study. After your study, you can now face building a family. If you find this very useful, thanks for watching. Follow me for more. See you next time. Bye.